This video is sponsored by SeriousReaders, the lighting company. When building and painting my models, I need good quality light to help me achieve the best painting results and help protect my eyes from strain and damage. Recently, I've been using the SeriousReaders high definition light for my hobby painting needs. Serious Lights uses daylight wavelength technology, which replicates the natural daylight spectrum as closely as possible. These lights will project a balanced, natural light beam with the added benefits of low heat, low energy, and a full 5-year warranty, including bulb life guarantee. Boasting industry-leading purple LED daylight wavelength technology that deploys specialist phosphors to replicate the daylight spectrum, the high-definition light goes further than ever before to project a balanced, natural light beam on whatever you're doing. Even the smallest of details can be seen crisp and clear, such as the detail on this orc pilot's face. Such superior lighting will allow you to execute fine detail painting more efficiently for hours on end, safe in the knowledge you're giving your eyes the best quality light possible. SeriousReaders is a British company, and the Serious Lights range is hand-built to order here in the UK with shipping available worldwide. If, like me, you take your eyes seriously, then SeriousReaders has a wide range of lights expertly crafted to your needs. Link in the video description below and in the comments section, and if you use promo code STRIKE6 you'll receive a free compact light with any purchase in the Serious Lights range, including the high definition, the Alex light and classic light. Happy painting and enjoy the video. Right, welcome to another episode of Warhammer 40,000. It's 2000 points, challenge the Scorpion, Orcs versus Necrons. Right, welcome to this 2000 point challenge the Scorpion battle, Orcs versus Necrons. I'm currently developing my Orcs, and there's new models coming off the painting desk, new units, new tactics, and so on. Some of that to feature in this game here. There are some fresh new models for you to see and to watch as they take part in this fight. So before I run through the Orc list here, just mention the Patreons at gold level, so they get names shouted out at the start of all of our games, and a Patronic dice to use at some point during the battle as well. So that's Andrew Swan, Chris Heim, Bruce Zhao, Carrie Kunkel for all of the Silent King, Dave Humphries, Dylan Moore, Travis and Jen, Longbow BB, Luke Schwengel, Marcus Anthony, Martin aka Vagabond, and then Drew Gums, and then Max of Knuckles, Nicholas Lucas, Paul Cook, Peter Almo, Ray Cross, Samuel Penanuri, Scott Costello, the artist formerly known as Veej, Tom Weeks, Tyler Schwab, Tyler Summers, Frank Shepard, and Reed Gardner. So big thanks to them for their support at gold level. All the proceeds are split 50-50 now on the Patreon page. So half goes to SSWG, my local War Games club, to help support them, and the other half goes to the camera and gear fund for the channel, as I hope to upgrade the equipment that we have on the channel. The silver level patrons, I'll give the names at the end of the game, and you can check out the end credits. That'll give the names of all the patrons, including those supporting at bronze. Alright, so 2,000 points of Orcs here. I've split this into a double patrol, so it lets me take 2 war bosses. So one war boss fresh off the painting desk here. He is named, so it's GROGG Da WHOPPA is his name here, equipped with this huge axe. We'll run through all of these units. It's 12 CP, -2 for patrol, and then another 2 CP being spent on extra warlord trait and extra relic being taken. So we'll start with the war boss in Mega Armor here. GROGG Da WHOPPA is a distant relation of Gut Ripper. The two war bosses are going to work in tandem here in this game. So Warlord trait is Arda's Nails, so -1 to the wound rolls against him. And he's taken a relic as well. It's the Crushing Armor. So 4+ invulnerable save and +1 to his saves. He's already on 2+, and he gets +1 on top of that as well. And then when he charges on a 2+, he'll cause D3 mortal wounds on the charge as well. I'm trying to create two tough war bosses here for opponents to deal with. The second war boss will be Gut Ripper himself, so Power Claw being taken for him. As Warlord trait is brutal but cunning, and then the Killer Claw, so upgrading the Power Claw for him to a straight 3 damage. Then third HQ choice is the Weird Boy. 2 psychic powers being taken for him. Fists of Gork and Warpath. They're there to help grant extra attacks to units that are nearby. Then for troops, 3 units of boys, 2 units of 10 mechanized here at the knob with a big chopper inside trucks, and then another squad of 10 without a dedicated transport. And again, the knob has a big chopper. Then for elites, Mega Knobs, they've been increased in size. I was running a unit of 4, now running a unit of 5. There with their custom shooters and power claws. Then a second elite unit here. I've formed a unit of regular knobs, all equipped to big choppers, unit 5 of those. We'll see how well they get on. They've been mechanized, they've been put inside a truck with a big shooter. Then on to fast attack, 5 Death Copters with their copter rockets, 3 bikers with the knob with Power Claw. It's just Sergeant Zog here, just demoted to Sergeant here for this list. And then Storm Boys here, unit 10 of those, just a standard loadout for those. This isn't the final list. There is a final list that's been proposed, but I've got Storm Boys standing in the gap for now. And then on to heavy support. I have 1 Death Dread across here, taking 4 Dread Claws, and then 2 units of 2 mech guns, and we're going to run bubble chuckers on them. And then finally, 1 battle wagon across there. I've taken the death roller on that, and Ard case as well, and 2 big shooters for that. That's the list here for the Orcs. They're making steps towards the final list that's been proposed, so an experimental game for them as they take on the Necrons in this battle. So for Phoenix Lords, they've been allocated units here. So Chris Comiskey, put him in charge of the expanded Mega Knobs unit. So it's the Comiskey Killers here in this game. Martin, aka Vagabond, I've put him onto the new War Boss here, onto GROGG. Lucas Brown, an Orc player, put him onto the Death Copters. Devin Matthews, or Devin the Death Dread, here for this battle. And then Amy Almo will take command of Zog and the bikers. So that's the list here for the Orcs. We'll take a look now and see what the Necrons have in their list. Alright, so 2,000 points of Necrons here. It's a debut on the channel. Mike Walker has accepted the challenge here as he takes on the Orcs, and we'll get him to run through his Necron list.
This is my 2,000 point Necron army, which I'm running as Mefford. It is a battalion, and my HQs are the Catacomb Command Barge, who will be my Warlord. He has a Warlord trait, Enduring Will, and I've also given him the relic, the Orb of Eternity. I then have my Scorpack Lord. I've paid a CP to give him a Warlord trait, Implacable Conqueror, which allows me to reroll field charges with a unit within 6 inches. He's also got the relic Field of Darkness. It allows me to teleport another unit core anywhere in the battlefield as long as it's 9 inches away. I'm then running a Technomancer. I've given him the Canoptic Control Node, and I've also paid a CP to give him the Field Safe Overcharger. On to my troops. I have 2 units of 20 Necron Warriors and a unit of 15 Necron Warriors.
This is the larger units of Flayers,
yeah,
and then Reapers on the 15 squad.
Elites, then I have a unit of 6 Scorpack Destroyers, 2 with the big blades, and then the other 4 with the smaller blades, along with a unit of 10 Lich Guard. I'm hoping they actually might do something for me this game. And then on to my fast attack. I have a unit of 5 Wraiths and a unit of 8 Scarab Swarms. I've also got a 3 Ophidian Destroyers, and that's my 2000 points on the nose.
Right, so that's 2,000 points of Necrons. Welcome Mike to the channel, and a chance for him to have a go at the Orcs here in this game, and a chance for the Orcs to plunge into this Necron force if they can. Orcs need to be careful. Mike's boasting some very potent units in close combat. Phoenix Lords have been allocated here, so Longbow BB here with the Catacomb Command Barge. Ben Shaw, we've put him onto the Crypt deck. It's Michael Fryer on the Scorpec Lord, and then the Lich Guard, large squad of 10 Chef, will take command of those. That's the list here for the Necrons. We'll go on to scenario and deployment next for this challenge, the Scorpion Battle. Alright, so tear down their icons is the mission for this game. So deployment zone looking something like this. So Orcs won the roll-off. They've selected to go here. So deployment zone marked by the orange dice, sort of diagonal deployment here for this battle. And then Mike's Necrons deploying behind the line of dice, stretching across here. There's 5 objectives on the board. There's 1 dead center. Then for the Orcs, this one inside their deployment zone. The other one in no man's land just outside the deployment zone across there. And then outside the Necron deployment zone, this one just perched it on top of the building. And then over in Mike's deployment zone, the 5th objective just across the other side. So for primary objectives, the control of 1 or more objective marker at the start of the command phase is worth 4 points. 2 or more is worth another 4 points, and if you control more objectives than the opponent, it's worth another 4 points on top of that. The second part to primary objectives is detonation. So you're seeking to gain control of objectives in the opponent's territory. So Mike will be after this one here for the Orcs, and then the one across the other side. Orcs will be seeking to take control of this one here, and the one in Mike's deployment zone as well. So you can prime those with explosives. And then they are detonated at the end of the game. Each player scores 4 victory points for each primed explosives objective marker that's within their opponent's territory, to a maximum of 15 victory points. And then they can be diffused, so you can unprime or diffuse those bombs with units during the game as well, to stop them exploding at the end of the battle. So that's the primaries. Each of us will need to choose 3 secondaries. I just mentioned terrain at this stage. So using the Nakman terrain here, we're just going to play this with the buildings as Munitorum armoured containers, so exposed position, but light cover for units like infantry units sheltering behind. Units can scale the buildings, no problem. Because of the height of this one, we'll play it as obscuring terrain. Then the rules for barricades across here. Another Munitorum armoured container building. There's some barricades scattered across the board. These buildings here, again, we'll play those as Munitorum armoured containers, and there's a fence and some other terrain scattered around the board, but quite straightforward for terrain in this game. Each of us will choose 3 secondaries next. Okay, so secondaries have been chosen for both sides. Mike's taken engage in all fronts, so that's getting qualifying units into table quarters. So there's a big incentive for that because of the need to get to the opponent's objectives in this game. And then Code of Combat has been taken, so that's killing stuff with your nobles. I think, yeah, so that's the Scorpec Lord and the Catacomb Command Barge as well. And Bring It Down has been taken as the default choice against the Orcs, with so many units available for picking up points. There's 2 points for that one, a point each for the guns, a point each for the trucks, a point for him, and a point for each of the Deathcopters as well. So plenty of points available there for that secondary. So then for the Orcs, behind enemy lines has been taken, again with the incentive just to drive into the opponent's territory, so we've gone for that one. Assassination has been taken against those 3 HQs, and then Stomp 'em Good, sticking with the theme here for the Orcs. So if we kill more stuff in close combat each turn, then we'll pick up points for that. So that secondary is chosen here for both sides. We'll now start alternating placing units on the board. Right, just to mention the battle mat and terrain that we're using in this game. So the battle mat is from gamemat.eu, 6x4 in size. We just marked the boundary here of these pipes for this strike force size game. And then also using pre-painted terrain from gamemat.eu as well. So it's the industrial terrain set, which would be these containers, those buildings there at the back, the boxes across there, that larger building, all from their industrial terrain set as well. I've actually created a battlefield video for this terrain setup that you see here, the Necrons setup that you can see featuring the new Necrons Warzone Frontierist terrain from Games Workshop. So you can check that video out as well for full details on the channel. It gives you a list of all of the elements used to create this battlefield. But you can check out gamemat.eu for your suppliers of battle mats in all shapes and sizes and pre-painted terrain sets available from them as well. Then this video is sponsored by Artiscapade. They have produced this Pro Series Fine Detail brush set. So that's 15 pieces in the one set. It's ideal for watercolours, acrylics, miniature painting, fine detail painting and so on. A wide variety of sizes as you can see here. But check them out. It's a link to Amazon, so they're shipping across the world for those. And it's a fantastic price for that 15-piece set of brushes. But a great set to use for painting up your terrain. It's a good deal with those brushes. I'll put a link for them in the video description below and also in the comments section as well. So on deployment at the moment here for the Orks, I left out one of my HQ choices. He's in the list, points have been paid. It is a big mech with custom force field here. It's part of the new tactics here as this Ork army develops. But he's in, that's the fourth HQ choice being taken. We'll continue on with our deployment. Okay, so deployment's done. Both sides setting up on a wide front here. I had Orks, the previous list for them was like a single thrust, a column coming through, but Orks are split into two parts now. It's a two-pronged attack with them. So Gut Rippers crowd across here. So Ripper's gone inside this truck transport with the regular knobs with big choppers, and then also the Weird Boy. Regular squad of Ork boys next to him inside this truck. Mech guns deploying here, squad of 2. The other squad of 2 just there on the objective. As Napoleon gets smashed up, the big mech there with the custom force field deploying near them. Then the second prong, the mechanized infantry assault here, is the battle wagon. Inside there is a squad of 10 Ork boys and the 5 meganobs. And then with transport capacity maxed out, we've put GROGG inside a regular Ork boys truck. It does have the capacity to hold him, 10 Ork boys inside there, plus GROGG counting as 2, a transport capacity of 12. And then faster elements over on the extreme left-hand flank for the Orks. So the Storm boys just tucked behind here. Zog with the 2 bikers, Zig and Zag, just there at the back, and the Defcopters sheltering behind that building on the extreme left-hand side. For reserves, all these units inside their transport vehicles, and then using the teleporter, which I think we can do, we are going to put the Def Dread into reserve. It can deep strike on turn 2 onwards and assault via the teleporter option. For the Necrons, Mike has spread his force across a wide front as well. It's the objectives that are stretching both armies here. Mike's got to hold on to this one, the one across there. Orks have got to watch the objective just tucked in. There's also the one way across there on top of the building. But Necron warriors on this flank, squad of 20. Scarabs just sheltering here. Another unit of 20 Necron warriors just across the middle. Catacomb command barge on top. Then sheltering behind here, just watching out for Ork firepower, is the Skorpek Destroyers, Skorpek Lord with them. The large squad of Lich Guard, just here. The smaller squad of 15 warriors with the Reapers, Cryptek, and then the Wraiths on the extreme right-hand side. Mike's saying he's keeping his options open for which unit's going to use Veil of Darkness. Plenty of options, depending on who goes first and which direction the Orks decide to go. And then in reserve, deep striking in Ophidian Destroyers, they're called. Yeah. So these are going to deep strike in turn 2 onwards. That's deployment done for both sides. It looks impressive enough. Orks against Necrons, flesh against metal. We'll see which side prevails in this challenge fight. Right, Mike. No, just keep it. Mike's rolled it. It's fine. We're going to roll up to see who goes first. Mike's rolled a 6. Now you hang on to that one. We'll not take that one away. I'll roll my dice here. And we get a 2, so it's not too bad at all. I was going to say Mike's choice. It's not. Mike has to go first here. So Necrons will take the first turn here against the Orcs. We do have measures in place. Part of this list here for the Orcs is this ability to project this 5+ invulnerable save. It's not as needed here compared to other armies, as Mike has plenty of small arms firepower, but not so many heavy guns that we've had to face before with the Orcs. That option is available to provide some kind of shelter with the big mech with the custom force field. We'll go on to the first turn of the game. Necrons will go first. Happy enough? Did you want to go first? No. It's tricky to know what to do. We'll go on to turn 1. It will be the Necrons, the ancient ones, that make the first move. So turn 1 here, Necrons manoeuvring, not the whole army committing here, some elements being pushed forwards. There is a bold move that's been done with the Lich Guard. So Veil of Darkness has been used. So the squad has landed just here. Mike's used these dice just to mark just over 9 inches away. And then with them, within 6 inches is the Scorpec Lord. It's just tucked around there. And he has gone with that unit. So at a minimum, it's to try and cause some kind of block across here for the advancing Orcs. And at best, the charge will go ahead and Michael will be able to plunge into those transport vehicles. Then to help gain points for engaging on fronts, Wraiths have moved forwards, crossing the halfway line, Cryptek following up behind them. Warriors holding here for now in range of the objective marker. These Necron Warriors pushing up to the barricade. Scorpec Destroyers hold in position. That's like a reserve unit that can be called upon to repulse Orc attacks coming through. Catacomb Command Barge has moved down. And who is blessed? He does 2, doesn't he? Yeah. The fast squad across there.
And the Lich Guard.
And the Lich Guard have been blessed, right? +1 to the hit rolls for them. They're around this side. Scarabs have moved forwards and claimed the objective. So too have the Necron Warriors that have shifted round in this direction, presenting their guns in this direction. I think Gut Ripper's transport vehicle will come under attack. That's movement done. No psychic phase here for the Necrons. So we'll go on to the shooting phase next. Okay, so some shooting certainly available here. Necron Warriors. Now remember, these larger squads are all equipped with Gauls Flares, so good range here. Range 27 from Mephrit Dynasty. And then there's the Gauls Cannon on the Catacomb Command Barge as well. So firepower, you reckon Mike's thinking of bringing it down in this direction here. So boys inside this transport, Gut Ripper, Knobs, and the Weird Boy inside the other one. Okay, so we've got a stratagem combo taking place here, which is perfectly fine. 3 stratagems being used on this squad just here. That one, right, and it's going after I'm guessing, yeah, it's going after the Ripper here. So the same issue for the Orcs. Transport's been cracked open here, so Michael, give it a go. The full squad will get to shoot, so it's going to be 20 shots. They've been blessed, so we're hitting on 2s. Right, here it comes. 20 shots, need 2s. So 6s are good. 6s will pop extra hits, and then those 6s will auto wound at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay. Put those to the side and add those in. Oh, it pops extra hits, but not 6s to hit. Yes, so you've done it right. So you're adding into the hit roll, not popping extras. Yeah, got it. And then now we're looking for 5s to wound. 6s will be useful for mortal wounds. And there's the 3 6s. That's good news. And then the 5s taken out. Like so. Okay. So yeah, the stratagem has been used. Talent for Annihilation, that's searching for mortal wounds on 6s to wound, which has been done. And then Relentless Onslaught is rapid fire weapons. 6s pop extra hits, which you've seen happen. And then Disintegration Capacitors as well. 6s to hit auto wound. Yeah, unmodified 6s. That's what's happened. So 3 mortal wounds will be taken on the truck. And those are now all of the wounds that have come through at AP minus 1. Okay. So 11 saves of 5+. I need to roll well, otherwise we'll lose this transport early on. I think he's done it. 3, 3, 9, 12. Yep. Command reroll is not going to help us. So truck has been destroyed. I think Mike will be happy to see Gut Ripper slowed down. We'll see if we explode, which we don't. So we'll figure out the mess here. But yet again, Gut Ripper's transport. I don't know why people would pick on Ripper's transport, but we'll figure out what's going on here. Models to disembark. Roll to see if there's any casualties as well. So mission accomplished. We lost one of the knobs, absorbing damage coming through. Roll a 1. Gut Ripper and the Weird Boy disembarking here within 3 inches. That's where the model was that's been removed. I think you needed those stratagems to make that work, though, to get that kill. Costly enough, but mission accomplished with those. The next squad across here now, their firepower is available across again in this direction. Okay, range, even with Mephrit here, range 27. A few can see across in this direction, and there's about 7 shots going to come across here against this truck.
So these are 3s now?
Yes, back to 3s. This is 5 shots, sorry, coming from here.
Yeah, 5 in range.
Yeah, 5 in range. And 2 wounds. -1, so we go 5 pluses, which we've passed 1. So 1 wound taken, dropping down to 9.
And then just a 3.
Yeah, 3 shots into the other truck in the middle. All hit, looking for 5s. And 1 comes through, and 5+ again. No, wound taken on him, dropping down to 9. So that's Grogg's transport, the second war boss, being targeted. Okay, right, 3 shots here from the Catacomb Command Barge, needing 2s. It's dangerous enough if it can wound. So 2s for hits, yes. Then it will, you're forced to win them. Yeah, I'm toughness 6. Yeah, so forced to wound. 1 comes through. I will get a 6+ invulnerable save from the custom force field, which we've failed. And it's D3 damage, and it's -1 for Ramshackle. So it's 3 damage, drops to 2. So we drop down to 7 wounds left. This truck's still in pretty good order, a few holes. I'll say shot and it added to it. It's already poorly constructed. And then, yeah, Scorpec Lord, his firepower. Going into the damaged truck.
Yeah, 2
okay. So this is the number of shots. And again, he'll hit on 2s. And then it'll be 4s to wound. If I remember rightly, it's strength 6. So the 1 comes through. We'll take a 5+, which we've passed. Okay, I think that's firepower done. Other stuff's out of range. There is other firepower on the ball, but it's out of range. So firepower complete. So I think it's that moment where you attempt to charge. Right, on charges here. It's Patreon being used. Dave Humphreys, he is a Necron player. So who are you declaring charge against? Both of these vehicles or just the one?
Just the one.
Just that truck. I think that's the idea, is to... This one can bite back.
Yeah, no problem. So I'm going to try and...
Focus only on the one. That's okay. The idea is to try and destroy another transport if possible with the Lich Guard. 9-inch charge required, and it's a 9 has been achieved thanks to patronic help. Yeah. So the charge will go ahead. Yeah, it's disrupting the two spearheads here, the two tips of the horns. One's been blunted with firepower, and then Mike's trying to blunt the other in close combat. So, a tactical move here. It's just a truck he's fighting against, but it's more of the overall game plan here to try and slow the orcs down, tie them up, stop them from rushing forwards and gaining the middle of the board immediately here. Scorpec Lord to charge the shuttle bus.
Yes.
Again, more of a tactical move, I think, perhaps just to tie it down and to cause disruption and trouble. We'll let Mike think about this one. Yeah, Mike's rolling the models around here to get them all in. Just staying an inch away from the truck. That's the piling move being done. Yeah, disruption fields being used here. A liberal and generous use of stratagems here with Mike is getting through them, but it's to bump their strength up. They'll wound on 3s here, going up to strength 7. So where's your strength coming from? Plus strength 5 as standard, +1 for the weapon.
+1 for the sword.
Yeah. Ah, right, okay. And then +1 here for disruption fields as well. So strength 7, nice. And they'll get a whole lot of attacks. They'll be hitting on 2s because they've been blessed. This unit here that Mike sent in, they are they can fight well in combat, but there's an element of durability with them as well. So they will sit and take a fair bit of effort to get those removed. So it's a tough target for the orcs to try and deal with, and it will sap their strength from the main attack. 2s for hits. Should easily bring this truck down. It's looking healthy enough. There's one other one in there. Yeah, I can see one. And that one. Other than that, it looks like they've all hit. Very efficient. And then 3s to go straight through the armour. AP -3, I think they are. Yeah. So I'll go straight through. This truck's going to go. That'll do. I can see it. They're gone. Truck's destroyed. I'm going to roll to see if it detonates. It does not. And that's it. We're all up for the contents inside, which will be a unit of boys and then a grog as well. So we had ambitions to get these war bosses up the board very quick, but they have been disrupted here. Ouch. That hurts. Right, 4 boys slain. The rest will disembark. Okay, so combat resolved. A little bit of a reshuffle going on here with consolidation, but that's it. Finished. Mike's wiped out targets. I can't fight back with anything. That's it. So mission accomplished with those. Disruption here with the Necrons is the key. So trying to protect the units along the main battle line, sending units out to fight here. Well, just the one unit. It's the Lich Guard that have projected themselves forwards, bringing the transport vehicle down. And now my war bosses, which should... The idea of them is to get them up in this direction, but they're here on foot at the moment. One here, and then Grog over on this flank. So that's the situation at this stage. End of turn 1. A little bit of morale to resolve for the Orcs, and then we'll calculate any points that have come through for the Necrons. Yes, points have come in here for the Necrons. So 2 points picked up for engaging all fronts, thanks to the Wraiths across there. And then 2 points picked up for bring it down. So trucks... 1 point each for those being destroyed. It's very early on here, but so far so good for the Necrons. We'll go on to turn 1 for the Orcs. Okay, so Orcs making their move. Obviously, there's the Lich Guard to try and deal with, so we have been distracted by their assault, but also got to press ahead here with the overall game plan. So Orcs shifting around on this right-hand side. Weird Boys stay disembarked and advanced, just running up behind the Orc units here. Orc Boys that were inside this have disembarked and advanced. It's highly doubtful they're going to make any kind of charge. We have declared a WAG this turn, so it's possible we can advance and charge, but it's a stretch, and -2 for the wall. But the empty truck was then occupied by Gut Ripper and the Knobs. They've gone inside that and then advanced up in this direction, roll of 3. Decisions to make with this battle wagon here, whether to head off in that direction and charge or to strengthen this assault. So we've gone for this option here. We've headed off in this direction. We've kept a unit of boys inside as well as reinforcements for the Orcs. The guns have moved around a few inches. Just step back a little bit. with Napoleon Git Smasher. The guns are pushed through the gap just here to sit on top of the objective. The Storm Boys haven't advanced, just made a regular move, 12 inches, jumping across. The Damaged Boys squad pushed forwards. Grog is going to fight down here. The Lich Guard is happy enough to plunge into the Lich Guard to fight against them. The Mega Knobs were here, rolled a 6 for their advance. They've disembarked. Just because of the distance here was too tight, so we had to go up and along the train and down again, but rolled a 6 for advance. We've made it quite comfortably across to the other side. And then round the other side of the board, the Defcopters have shifted across, 14-inch move from them. Bikers have moved across to grab this objective as well. They can fight well enough in close combat, but I think the idea is hopefully to use the rockets to cause trouble here for these Wraiths. So Orcs pressing ahead here. We'll go on to their psychic phase next. So Weird Boy here, just going to do a regular smite. Thought we may as well just keep him outside of the transport and do something. He's done something pretty good. He's rolled an 11, so that's going to be D6 mortal wounds. That will be trouble for the Necron Warriors if we roll well. So there's Orc players around. We'll go Drew Gums, debut roll for him, one of the new gold level Patreons, who says, yeah, 2 mortal wounds caused here on the Necron Warriors. Yeah, so those mortal wounds come through, they can't be rolled up for resurrection protocols here, but Mike's saying he does have the Orb of Eternity available, which can help out next turn. But 2 Necron Warriors brought down, psychic phase finished, shooting phase next. Right, we'll go Defcopters across the other side. 10 D3 shots, and we're going to put all those shots into the Wraiths, try and hit them as hard as we can. So this is the number of shots coming through. 9, 10, 14, 16, 19 shots here, needing 5s. So quite a big roll here. We'd like to roll well. We'll see what we get. It looks all right. It looks okay. Okay, so that's the hits, 7 hits. And then we're going to try and wound on 3s. The toughest 5.
Toughest 5.
Yeah, 3s to wound. 1's just dropped off the table. Okay, all of them except 1. It's significant enough to come on reroll. I'd really like all these to go through. So we're going to come on reroll this one, which we failed. We'll take a CP away for that one. Okay, so 6 have made it through. So there's a 4+ invulnerable save. They're damaged 3 each time. So yes, hurts. How many wounds is a Wraith now?
3.
It is 3. I was wondering if it was 4. It is 3. So these will hurt if they make it through. So Mike's turning to the Patreons for help, trying to read upside down here. Yeah, looking for Necron players. Oh no, that's the artist. Tyler Schwab, Necron player.
Mine. That's 1.
Yeah, you can stick your go with him. Yeah, you can. Blocked. Nice. There's others around. There's Carrie Kunkel, Thrall of the Silent King.
Oh, they're
Necron player. No. You can keep rolling and think about a command reroll after all the rolls are done. There's neutrals here that haven't declared. There's Andrew Swan.
Andrew Swan, yes, we'll go with him.
No. This is big. This is Mike's going to stick with Patreons here. I'll see if there's any more. He wants to keep using. Who was that? That's Tyler Schwab. Oh, failed. There's 2 more rolls to make.
Oh.
Travis and Jen, Necron players. Yes, they've blocked. You can roll Travis and Jen again if you want.
Yeah.
1 more. No. All right. So, God.
And then a world CP.
Yeah, CP reroll coming up. 4+. Yes. Okay. So I think that's going to be 3 casualties taken.
Yeah.
It's painful enough, but some patronic help has kept the squad alive. It's nasty volley from the Defcopters. That's their job. Hunting Wraiths here in this game. Yeah, reanimation protocols. Could get 1 back.
Right. 5s.
5s. It's possible. The odds are you should. And you have twice.
2.
Okay. Can't complain. I run Necrons too, but that's an exceptionally good roll. And 2 will come back. That is significant. Very, very good dice rolling. Very good dice rolling. In response, the Orcs will throw bubbles at you for doing that. So we're going to go to the bubble chuckers here. So we'll go to We'll check line of sight. I had line of sight before. We'll just check to see what the situation is because of the casualties that have been removed. So he could see, but Mike removed the front models, which is the right thing to do, and it's meant that I've dropped line of sight here. But I've got these two guns, so I'll fire those. So each gun has to fire separately, just consulting the bubble chart here. So you're going to get hit by either a big bubble, a wobbly bubble, or a dense bubble. So it is going to be a big bubble, which is heavy 3d3. Sounds impressive. That's not too bad at all. So that's 4 7 shots. Needing 4s. Okay. And then we're coming in at strength 6. 3s. Just the one. And that's going to be AP -2. So a 4+ invulnerable save. Passed, and that's the end of that bubble. So that was burst quite quick. Only damage 1. We've declared it's the units together, so we've declared. We'll see what kind of bubble comes out next. Oh, that is a dense bubble. So it's a single shot. Already used my command reroll, which is a shame. So looking for a 4+. I will turn to Patreons for help. We'll go to the Imperium. Chris Heim, 4+s. They never want to help the orcs. Okay, so missed with that. That would have been useful. That would have been AP -4 and D3 +3 damage. It all sounds impressive, orc firepower, but it's hitting the target is the issue. Okay, so we will press on. There's Grog to fire, actually. Yeah, and he's got 5 shots with the Grog gunner on top, firing the big shooter. Yeah, it's hitting on 4s with the Grog gunner. Going into the Lich Guard, so 3 hits. 4s to wound, strength 5. 2 wounds come through. Normal armor saves, no minuses going on.
2 up then because of the shields. So 3 there, 2.
Yeah, just like a storm shield. +1 to the saving throws. So 2s. Double 5. That'll do. Okay. The boys squad shooting next. Just do that one. Just looking for 5s. They didn't advance. Looking for 5s. 1 comes through. Again, 2 up armor save. Here for the shield. No minus going on. Just the 1.
Yeah.
Close. But no. Okay. Shield ball holding. Storm boys are going to go into the Lich Guard. So this is going to be a stick bomb. Here. Looking for 5s. Just getting the full amount of shots because it's a squad of 10. 5s to wound. A wound comes through. No minus for that one.
2 up.
Yeah, 2 up. Passed. 5s. This is with the sluggers. 2 more to make. Searching somehow to get no wounds come through. Okay. We'll go to the bikers. They're just tucked behind there. We're going to put all of their shots at range 18 into the Wraiths. Looking for 5s. Again, it's an impressive number of dice, but that's the number of hits coming through. 4s to wound. 3, actually. No minus. So regular saves on the Wraiths. So 3 up armor saves here. Okay, 1 wound comes through. Okay, so we'll do bubble shots into the Lich Guard next. Can't expect too much from these mech guns. They're sort of hit and miss, but we'll see what kind of bubbles are produced here. So the first one, the type of bubble, it's a dense bubble, so we might be able to pulverize one of these models if we can get our hit, which we do. This will come in at strength 10, so 2s to wound. Yes. It's AP -4, so you can go Patronic if you want. This is a 4+ invulnerable save being taken on the shield. First one is Maxfield Knuckles, Imperial player.
Oh.
No. Okay. Damage is D3 +3s. I think that's gonna get rid of one of them. So Mike can choose which one to go. Finally, 1 Lich Guard brought down so far. The next bubble is okay. Yeah, we've finally got ourselves a wobbly bubble this time. So D6 shots. Blast will be now you've dropped, so it's going to be 3 or more at least. It's not going to be guaranteed 6 shots.
4.
Right, fair enough. Yeah, because Mike's saying because I fired these as a unit, they'll count as 10 models for blast. Yeah, so I'm going to get 6 shots then. Eek. Okay, looking for 4s. Okay, average. As this wobbly is strength 8, so 3s to wound. Oh, I could have done with that. Okay, just the 1 comes through. AP -3, so again, 4+ invulnerable save required. Blocked that one. Useful if those invulns can be made. So, well done. Yeah, reanimation. Okay, so 1 model remains dead for now. Meganobs will go into the Lich Guard. Loads of shots. Needing 6s though because we advanced. We get a few. 5s to wound though. 2. 2 saves, a 2 up, there's no minus on these again. Pass, no problem. So we'll fire this at Warriors. So looking for 5s. No, looking for 6s actually, that was a 6. And then 1 wound comes through on a 5. So normal armor save.
4 up.
4 up, yeah. Saved. Okay, and then here we'll do the 2 big shooters into the Warriors. We advanced as well, so need 6s. Need 3s. 2. 2 saves of 4+. Got 1. Okay, so 1 brought down, and you can reanimate on a 5+.
Nope.
Got him. Okay, firepower complete for the Orcs. Yeah, it's not that great. We're going to go on to charges next. There's a fair few. It's been more of a manoeuvre around this side, but the big fight is across here. Do we divert the Meganobs away from the Scorpec Lord and go after the Lich Guard? There's decisions to make there. A bit of a conundrum with the Deathcopters. The intent was to really hurt the Wraiths, but we've failed to do that with an excellent reanimation roll. So do we charge in a... I'm not sure what to do there either. We'll see what happens. We'll go on to charges next for the Orcs, coming up next. Okay, so charges have gone ahead here. It's a tough one for both sides. Mike can interrupt play. He's got 3 CP left, but where to interrupt is the question. Where to fight first with the Orcs as well. But we've got multiple combats taking place. In the end, the Meganobs did make their charge across in this direction. Grogg's gone in here. Obviously, Boy's in with him. Stormboys have gone in as well. If Mike interrupts play here, there could be trouble. We could hack down a whole load of these softer targets, even take on Grogg. If he interrupts here, the weapon's potent enough to bring Meganobs down. And then across the other side, Deathcopters have gone in against the Wraiths, so possible interrupt play across there also. But that's the situation. 3 important combats taking place here. It's important enough for both sides. But Mike's plans work so far. The units that have been sent out to disrupt the Orcs, this is exactly what they've done. And notice the backline across here untouched at this stage. So, not pressing the panic button yet. No, it's going well enough. We'll go on to combats here. Choices to make here for who to fight first. So first things first, I made a charge move there with my Decrushing Armor Relic. It's on a 2+. Yep, D3 mortal wounds on the Lich Guard. Now this is an important roll. Reed Gardener, a 5 or a 6 would be most appreciated, and we've got a 5. That's 3 mortal wounds. Okay, so 3 mortal wounds taken. It's enough to bring one of the Lich Guard down. Is that a reanimatable? That one?
No.
In the charge phase? We'll check the wording. I don't think so, but we'll just check the exact wording this just to see if there's a chance to resurrect. Yeah, it's each time an enemy unit shoots or fights. We haven't done melee attacks, and it's not a shooting attack, so we reckon no. So no resurrection possible. So now, who to fight first?
Yeah, on possible one.
Yeah, thinking about Whirling Onslaught here, I've decided to go for the Meganobs first, just to stick to the plan, try and take out HQs, pick up points for that to clear that objective and so on. That's my number of attacks, 3 attacks each, then +1 for the Warg this turn, so it'd be 20 attacks coming through. Whirling Onslaught is possible on him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'll be hitting on 4s, 6s popping extra hits. I'll be on 3s to wound. Mike may want to take it down to 4s to wound with Whirling Onslaught to try and keep the Scorpec Lord alive. I have paid 2 CP, so I've got 4 left. I paid 2 CP to make their damage 3 against him, which means 2 successes will destroy him. And remember, Mike is trying to preserve at least 2 CP for the precious interrupt play. This game has not been straightforward for either side so far. It's been a headache of decisions so far. I'll stop filming. You can chew on this one. Right, he's doing it. Whirling Onslaught. Okay, so it'll be forced to wound. So it all hangs on this roll. -1 to hit rolls. We're too far away from the war boss to get +1. They've gone off on their own, the Meganobs. So we're looking for 4s. 6s are good for Goths. I'm liking the look of this. It's looking okay. We're just grabbing and nipping at him as much as we can. There's a couple of 6s in there which will pop extra hits. This looks okay. We'll try and wound on 4s. And well, 6. So it's likely that you should be brought down. But 6 invuln saves of 4+ required. Right, so 4+s.
6 on.
There you go. We've had some good rolls so far. This is a tough one. It's game changing if it goes through. No, even a CP reroll's not going to do it. He's gone. We've done just enough to bring him down. We're thinking about splitting our charge and so on, but we've decided just to go all in to try and remove him from play. There is a stratagem that resurrects him on a 4+, but it's going to tap into that precious interrupt. So, okay, so model removed. HQ brought down, assassinations taken place. Meganobs has been sent off to do their own objective here, and they've claimed the central ground. They're tough enough, but that's their fight complete. So interrupt play is possible. 2 CP. We'll let Mike think about where he wants to interrupt. Choices are Lichguard or Wraiths. Okay, so yeah, Mike's interrupt here. This is with the Chef's squad. We've lost the Phoenix Lord, by the way. Michael Fryer, he was on the Scorpec Lord. He's gone.
Sorry.
That's right. He was killed by Chris Comiskey. The Phoenix Lords slaughter each other here in our games. But Chef Squad's gone in here. And Mike's ignoring the Whopper here, Grog, and he's going to try and take out the softer stuff. So 5 of them are going to go into the Storm Boys and 3 into the Boys. It's the most damage I think that can be done.
Yeah, so 2s because they're still high.
Still blessed. It does. It lasts till the start of the next turn. This is going into the Storm Boys. Yeah. 3s to wound because strength 5+1 for the weapon. Some 2s, but there's a good few have gone through. It's going to hurt the squad. They're only 1 wound each. 7 casualties taken. And there's nothing I can do about it, so we're going to remove 7 from play. 6 and 7, like so. Okay, so morale's going to be an issue for them. It's good chopping so far. That's what you wanted for that squad, for them to do something in this game, and they certainly are. And then now we're trying to hit the boys. 3s to kill them. You're on target to wipe them out. Just about, we'll see. 3s, this is very good. That could be the wipeout here.
4, 6.
6? No, that'll be the knob with a wound left. Damage
Damage 1.
is damage 1. Yeah, knob remains. Like so. And again, morale's going to be an issue for him.
-3.
Yeah, -3. It's the hyperphase blades, isn't it?
Hyperphase sword, yeah.
Yeah.
-3, 1 each.
Okay. Okay, so damage done. You cut a large chunk of greenskins down. It's good fighting from the Lich Guard. They're intent like a magnet almost to draw units in. That's what they've done. Orcs hurling themselves against the shield wall and paying a heavy price. We'll move on. Interrupt play's done. So Orcs are free to fight with their charging units next. Right, next up, we'll go with GROGG DA WHOPPA here. So I've shifted him around just to get him right in amongst the Lich Guard. And it's 5 attacks based and +1 on the charge for the Warg that's been called this turn. So we're looking for 2s, 6s will be good. Okay, so they've all hit and a bonus coming through with that 6 for Goths. And then we'll be looking for his strength 6 base, and the huge Whopper takes him to strength 9, and then +1 on the charge for Goths. His strength 10. So be on 2s to wound here. And they've all wounded. You couldn't ask for much more than that. That's 7 here from that war boss. It's impressive enough. But there is this invuln save. It's AP -3 and damage 2. He's turning to Patreon's help. Because if there's a string of these that are fouled, it will be trouble for that squad.
Well, I like Blood Angels.
Blood Angels play, yeah, Scott Costello.
I'll do this one at a time.
Yeah, here we go. It's 50-50s.
So 4.
No. So 1 so far. Nicholas Lucas next. 4+ invulnerable save. No, Imperium's not helping out. Paul Cook's the next one there. It's Imperial player. No, yeah okay. No, ouch.
Right, I'm going back to my green.
He's going to go to his green dice now.
And he's left.
There's
3.
4 left to roll up. Yeah, 7 to save.
Right.
No.
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 1.
1. 6. It's damage 2. It's going to be 6 dead. No command rerolls available. Well, I think he's made his mark on the channel now with his debut. Just as the varnish dries on the model here, he's plunged into close combat with the huge whopper.
Remove these forks, aren't they?
Yeah, so that's some chopping from Grog. A brute of a war boss has slammed into the... It's against the odds, though, this result that's gone through. It shouldn't have been that many being brought down. Okay. There is reanimation protocols. It's not quite over yet.
No.
And it's a big enough roll. It's going to be 12 dice.
4, 5, 6. All right.
Yeah, maybe 2. Yes, 2 are going to get back up. Yeah, okay. It's about an average roll. Okay, so 2 will go back in. But it's a significant result here. Yeah, GROGG DA WHOPPA has already made a name for himself. Right, I'm going to fight with this knob here. He's equipped with a big chopper, 3 attacks base, then +1 on the charge, but hitting on 2s because of Grog helping out. Yeah, that's good because he's actually got 6 hits now with Goths. It's going to be 3s to wound. Okay, 3 saves. AP -1. And it's going to be damage 2.
Oh, so.
Ouch, yeah. 2 go through.
What's the damage?
Damage 2.
That's what kills do.
Yeah. That knob's probably going to evaporate because of morale. So he's swung here with his big chopper before he goes, inspired by the boss. But reanimation brings one back. They will not die, these Necrons. Okay. Okay, so Orcs Stormboy's next. This is the knob. 3 attacks base, +1 on the charge, +1 for a chopper. So hitting on 2s because of the boss. 6 pops an extra hit. 4s to win because of strength 5 with the knob. 3 make it through at -1. Well done. Yeah. So then regular boy attacks. So hitting on 2s. That's 2 attacks base, +1 on the charge for the warg, and then +1 for choppers. Yeah, I think we're on 4s to wound. Yeah, Goth's on the charge. 3 more. -1. Okay.
What's the damage?
Damage 1 on that one. It's enough to kill 1.
Yeah.
Okay, and then reanimation.
Nope.
Okay, so there's 2 left from that squad. Vicious fighting here, a nasty fight. Both sides almost cancelling each other out here. So it was obvious they were going to be in trouble, but they were going to be assaulted heavily by Orc units, but still doing their job. They're not quite wiped out yet. Lichguard clinging on. 2 models remain in that squad, but it's been a bloodbath in the fight that we've seen just here. So moving on, charging unit next will be the Deathcopters across the other side, so we'll make attacks with them. They're going to get a heap of attacks. There's 2 attacks base, extra attack for the Warg taking place, and then we multiply that by 3 for spinning blades. You make 3 hit rolls instead of 1, so it's 9 attacks per model. So I'll do 3, these 3, I'm running out of dice here, we'll do these 3. And we'll do another 2 in a moment. So we're looking for 3s. 6s are good. So there's a load of 6s. There's loads of them. 7. Take away the 1s and 2s. Put 7 back in to the part. Now we'll check our strength here. It's at least strength 4. It could be strength 5. Do you know what? I think I'm more than strength 5. Strength 4 base, +1 on the charge for Goths, and then +1 strength for spinning blades. So actually up to strength 6. So we'll check to see if I get strength 5 being a vehicle. We'll just check that for the Goths culture. So yeah, we do get it. It says a unit with that culture, so we get it. Looking for 3s to wound. Yeah, there's a lot here. This is Deathcopters. You wouldn't expect it from a shooting type unit, but there's 21 saves to make. We've still got another 18 attacks to make here with the other 2. So 21 plus some more. So we're looking for 3s, not so good, a load of missed. There's only 1 6, we'll throw an extra dice back in. 3's twinned. So 21, 24, 27, 28, 29. 29 saves at -1. That's a lot of saves to make. So the primary aim is survival, to keep at least one model alive in order to get reanimation protocols and, as Mike says, the Cryptek can resurrect a model as well. So survival is key. What should I say, 4+?
4+.
Yeah.
Well, it's a 3+ with -1, but it's a 4 and a 4 at 1.
Okay. An above average roll would be useful. We'll figure out what's going on here. Oh, there's a lot. There's a good few. Oh, yeah, this is not so good.
What's the damage on?
The rolls about average damage. 1,
1, 2,
2,
3,
3,
4,
4.
5.
They're gone. They have been destroyed by Deathcopters. That is a deadly blow. Ouch. So that's Lucas Brown's squad on that flank. They shot into the Wraiths. It must have made him furious to see a few of them resurrect with reanimation protocols. Then they plunged in, spinning blades, rotor blades going at full capacity, then chopping and hacking the Wraiths down, and finally wiping them out. So it's an excellent result there for the Deathcopters. Expensive units, 250 points, their units. They are expensive enough, but they have success over on that flank. Orc damage is heavy. It's cost them, though, to a degree. Units down here have been cut down to shreds, and there's morale to resolve. We may well see the Knob go and the Storm Boys evaporate away because of bad morale, but we'll figure that out, calculate points at the end of the turn, but combat-wise, it has been a successful turn for the Orcs. All right, so points coming in. There's been a few. So you reckon for Stomp 'em Good, in close combat, the Orcs destroyed the Wraiths, just an unexpected result across there, and they also destroyed the Skullpeck Lord. Mike did destroy the truck on his turn in close combat, but that's 2-1, which means the Orcs get the victory points there for that secondary, and also because we destroyed 2 or more, and it was double of what the opponent caused, we get an extra point as well. So 4 points picked up for Stomp 'em Good, and then 3 points for Assassination as well for taking out the Skullpeck Lord. So 7-4. It's early stages here, a few points coming in for both sides, but there'll be an increase in points coming through now as points begin to flow through for primary objectives. Orcs are ahead. They have the noses ahead at this point. That could all change. There is a turn in hand here for Mike with his Necrons. Volleys of firepower available. There are reserve units. They are some distance away, though. They're across here, the Skullpeck Destroyers, but they are available at full strength. And also, remember, the Ophidian Destroyers, a deep strike option, is available for the Necrons as well. We'll go on to their second turn next, as they seek to continue to take this fight to the Necrons. Right, so we're on turn 2 for the Necrons here. So first wave assault from them is pretty much gone. So we're onto the main battle line with supporting units coming through. So warriors here, there's not really much manoeuvring needed from these. They've been blessed by the Catacomb Command Barge, and then my will be done granted to the other unit, Necron Warriors as well. Scarabs, this roadblock type unit, they've been moved out, speed bump to try and slow the Orcs down, so they've moved across. The Command Barge has moved up as well to get closer. Then warriors across here, happy to hold the line here at this wall to provide some firepower. I think their target's going to be the Mega Knobs. And then an advanced row of 4, Scorpion Destroyers have moved out as a backup close combat unit. And then across the other side, the Cryptek has fallen back. That's the one that can fly, isn't it? He can move 10. So he's gone back. And then the Necron Warriors pushing forwards with their Gauls Reapers to lay down some shots into the Orc Deathcopters. One other unit, yes, before I forget, the Ophidian Destroyers have landed here. The intent with those is to pick up points for engaging all fronts, and then also to try and disrupt the guns if the charge goes ahead. Lichguard, yes, I'm not sure if we covered morale yet already, but rolled a 1 here for the Knob, for the Orcs, who survived. Lichguard passed morale, rolled a 1, and then we lost 2 for morale from the Storm Boys, but the Knob remains. That's movement done for both sides. We'll go into shooting phase next. So protocol this turn?
Undying Legion is I can re-roll. I'm going to go with Directive 2.
Yep.
Each time you make a reanimation protocol roll,
roll one of the dice.
You can re-roll one.
Yeah, okay. These are going to fire here. This isn't 20, it's 17 here, but it's doubling up. From Mephrit Dynasty, all in rapid fire range, so 34 shots, hitting on 2s. The intent is to leave this thing with 1 wound remaining. This code of combat here, if he's able to destroy anything, it's shooting or combat, then it's victory points that can be picked up. But the dice will decide here, looking for 2s. This is what Necron Warriors are great at doing, just volleys of firepower. Okay, there's another 1.
Yeah.
Looking good. Okay, so loads of hits come through. 5s to wound. You're going to be AP -2.
Oh yeah. Cool.
Mephrit Dynasty, yeah. Uh-oh. I think you're going to you might destroy it. Yeah, shooting's efficient enough. Looks like 8, 9.
10.
10.
No, you could be right. Sorry, I could wait on 1 there. 2, 4, 6, 8. We'll go with 9.
6s are good. 666. So that's going to be 6 wounds taken. Et voila. 1 wound left.
Oh.
So you can do your code of combat attempt across here. Okay. Okay. 3 shots. Need 2. Oh, snake eyes. 1 makes it through. He's going to go to Techno-Oracular Targeting, I think it's called, for the auto wound. It's AP -3 or 4 from Mephrit Dynasty. It'll go straight for the arm. It'll pick up that 1 wound. And you can do a hindsight roll if you want, see what you would have rolled, just to scratch that itch. Oh, he would have failed. So the stratagem was definitely worth doing. Okay, target destroyed. We will see if we blow up. We do not. And yet again, we're going to have to roll up for the units inside to see how many survive. So it's Gut Ripper and 4 knobs inside. 1's a bad. They're going to lose another knob. All they do at the moment is perish in vehicle accidents at the moment, yet to get into close combat. We'll do the disembarkation here and get the models on the board. Okay, so that's the situation. Disembarking here with the 3 knobs that remain, and then the Ripper himself has disembarked from the vehicle. We've put them to the front of the vehicle this time. There's not much shooting left, so we've gone a bit bolder with those. Mike could go for charges. We'll see what he decides to do when it comes around to combat. But firepower's resolved across here. There's a central unit of Necron Warriors available. Also, the other unit with the Reapers across the other side lay down a volley into the Copters. Okay, so we're going to go with the squad across the far side. Gauls Reapers, all of them in range except 2. Yeah. Thankfully, for Mephrit Dynasty, the extra 3-inch stretch on those. Going into the Copters. Yeah, there's more shots to come. It's Assault 2. So Mike's going to double up here.
Right, well, okay.
Keep those, yeah, and here come the extras. Looking for 3s. There's loads of hits. Now, these are strength 5. We're toughness 5. So 4s to wound.
4s, yeah.
Yeah. BP -2 as well for the Reapers. Yeah, I'm going to lose perhaps a couple of these copters here.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
Yep. So 2 are probably going to be brought down. Unless we roll lots of 6s. Which we don't. So that's going to be 1 copter, 2 copter, and a wound on another. So good shooting, cutting those vehicles down, and 2 victory points picked up for that as well. Right, next, just checking stats here for the Voltaic Staff, the relic that's been taken.
Strength 6, -2, 2 damage, and each 6 scores 2 additional hits.
Yes, it is a good weapon. It's a really good relic.
So,
3s. Yeah, 2 6s and 2 5s. Oh no. If he wipes that squad.
Strength 6.
3s to wound. Kill them except 2. This is very, very good.
Okay, 4, 6.
6, yes.
-2, 2 damage.
6s, none. 1 dead copter. 2. It's 2 damage a time.
Yeah.
He has wiped them. Well, that's the choice of a relic, right, which costs you 0 in points, has just destroyed 150 points worth of vehicles and has picked you up 3 victory points. The copters can be removed from play. That unit's been destroyed, and it's a Cryptek that's done it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's Lucas Brown's squad. Phoenix Law brought down here by superb firepower from the Necrons. Excellent result. Bit of revenge over on that flank. Looking quite empty over there now. There's not much available. There is a bit of a no man's land that's formed between the two sides. Tactics-wise, or tactica-wise, as far as the game is going, Orks do hold the centre. This is one of the crucial points here as far as primary objectives is concerned. But if the Necrons start to dominate here, they can surge forwards in the later turns of the game, start to go after these objectives. The battle is certainly far from over, and Necrons tend to be more dangerous in the middle and later stages of the game, so we can't write off either side at this point. Damage-wise, really, yes. 2/3 of this Necron force does remain intact. We'll press on. There's some more firepower to come. Okay, so some of these in rapid fire range, you can do them separate because they're going to be AP -2 going against the Mega Knobs.
Yeah, so there's 5. Pick on 2s.
2s are going to be blessed. 111. 5s to wound. None. Okay, it's the toughness of the Mega Knobs here. And the rest of the shots come through at AP -1. 2s for hits, all of them except 1, and 5s to wound. There's a few, looks about 5. We'll take these at 3+. We found 2. It's 2 wounds taken, it's not enough to kill a model, so 2 wounds on one of the Mega Knobs. So that actually marks the end of the shooting phase. We'll go on to charges next, so we'll see what Mike decides to do. There's options if he wants to charge, we'll see. I think the Scarabs are going to go, and the intent is to cause damage and tie units up. There's nothing across there. It's all across here. Any kind of charges to take place will be over on this flank, so we'll go on to that phase next. Tough choice here. I've been talking about what the options are, so just, Mike can go that way. 9 inches, or he can go this way at either set of guns. I have warned him about Overwatch, which will happen if he does charge. But if the charge is successful and takes no casualties, he's going to get points for engaging all fronts and then tying up a whole battery of guns and the potential of bringing guns down and the potential of getting victory points as well. The danger that we've talked about is Overwatch. If I kill a model, it'll disqualify them from engaging all fronts. So that's the conundrum here. It's been a game of tough choices for both sides. But the instinct is to charge with those. That's what they're built for. That's what Mike's going to do. So which battery of guns are you going to go after?
Ooh.
Those ones? Yeah. So I'll Overwatch with them. So we'll do that first. So I paid a CP. So the first one, we're going to Overwatch with Bubbles. So it's going to be the D6 shots. That's the nasty one. Number of shots. Yeah, 6. Dear. Mike recoils in pain. We'll try and get 6s to... We get 2. Oh, no. Ouch. Filthy grots. They're more effective on Overwatch when they're a bit nervous here. Okay, we'll try and wound. Okay, 1 comes through. Do you know what? I think I'll go, because we'll take that opportunity, we'll command reroll that one. And we do wound, right, so there's trouble. It's official, there's trouble for these. We'll check to see what the AP minus is. I think this is a straight 3 damage as well, so there's trouble for these Ophidian Destroyers. Yeah, it's 2 slain. There's nothing Mike can do there. 4-up armor save. So, I take it it's going to be the 2 at the back for now. And then we'll throw another bubble. It's a 1. That's the one that's 3d3 shots. Okay, 7. 6s. That's missed. Right, okay. So now, the charge. You can go Patronic for help here. I sense you're annoyed. There's the Ray Cross dice. That's when people are particularly annoyed. He's not a player, but you can pet. He's not a player, though. So, it's 9 required. No, it doesn't go ahead. Grots have defended themselves on Overwatch here. They've got themselves the hits coming through. How they turned the guns around in time, we'll have to leave to your imagination. But they have repelled an attempted assault here from Ophidian Destroyers. Amazing models. Debut for these on the channel, so I've not seen them before. But here they've struggled to make it in against the guns. Yeah, hold it. I was taking those models away. There's reanimation on these. Yes, just about. Done it.
1.
So I want to go back. Whereabouts do you want it to go? Does it really matter, or you can go around the front?
Sure, I'll feel the charge anyway.
Okay. Put him there. And one model just stride. Okay, so that's the situation at this point. There's other charges. We'll get these resolved. All right, so charges across here. It's just the Scarabs going in, and they've selected only the boys. 32 attacks with them.
Yeah. No, 4s, 6s, auto ones.
I was going to say I can interrupt play, but it's not going to help anything at all. Because we'll swing first across here, because it's, so Scabs to fight. So what point is your auto wound? Is that to hit or to wound, or?
To hit.
Becomes an auto. Yeah.
Auto wounds, yeah.
Nice. There's loads of 6s. There's 3 more. There's another 2. That'll certainly help against this boys' squad. And then you're on 5s to hit, are you, or 4s?
4s.
Scarabs, not too bad. The rate they're going, they'll wipe the squad here. So those are auto wounds, and now you're trying to wound on 5s, I would imagine, with the rest.
What's your toughness?
Toughness 5.
So low.
And it tops it up by 2 more. So don't think that's not going to be a wipeout,
4,
but it's
6, 8, 9.
No AP minus going on. So I'm going to attempt to get some 6s, which we get none. So I'll wipe out all the boys. Just the knob will remain. So a good strike there from the Scarabs. Okay, it's interesting. Mike selected to go this way on consolidation because the closest unit is after the casualties have been removed for the Orcs. The actual closest target would be the battle wagon. So headed off in that direction here. So Mike's saying he needs to get units in amongst the Orcs here and heading towards their deployment zone. So that's what he's done. That leaves the Orc knob on his own. It's probably going to melt away from morale anyway. So next we'll go on to combats across here as the Orcs get to pick a unit. And 3 guesses who we're going to pick. It's the big whopper chopper. Grog here. He's going to fight. So 5 attacks base, 6 because the Warg's still in action. So 2s. He's gone and done it again. He's got himself 7 hits, 6, and then the extra bonus there for Goths. And then we'll swing on. Do you know what? I think we're down to 3s to wound now. 6 base plus 3 strength. We didn't charge. So 3s to wound. Oof. And he's whiffed with those. So 3 make it through against your shields. So you might survive. Invulnerable saves required. There's Patreons calling out here. Pick me, pick me.
Let's see.
Longbow. Oh, Luke Schringel, Imperial player.
Not going well for me. I'm going to take all 3.
Okay, so we've got 3 been taken. First one, number 1, Frank Shepherd, who is a Tower player. Holds. Next is Longbow BB. doesn't hold, and then Luke Schwengel, Imperial player, Crimson Fists, does hold. Okay, so just one Lich Guard brought down. One remains defiant here against GROGG DA WHOPPA. Yes, I finished my attacks, so there's a chance actually to resurrect this model. Oh, yes, your Dynasty, yeah, got it. Or not your Protocol, yeah, go ahead. 5 plus. Done it! Oh, I don't hardly ever see that happen. But just at the right point. Where's he going to go? There's no escape. Here he goes. Okay, excellent. Okay, very, very good. So you could pick a unit.
Yes, I can.
Those.
Right, see before they go.
We've got to try and hit him.
The bastard.
Yeah. As players often find out when they come on the channel, they start to develop particular hatreds for certain characters. So there's an immediate relationship problem developing here with the Whopper and these two remaining Lich Guards. So
Chef, is that Chef?
it is Chef Squad, yeah.
Yeah, right, Chef.
Let's see what he can serve up. 3s. Yeah, well, that's all hit.
Yeah. What's your toughness?
I'm toughness 6, and also hard as nails. So it's -1 to your wound rolls. So you can add that on, you can factor that in. I think that puts you on 5s to wound, I think.
Strength 6.
Strength 6. +1, strength 5, +1 for the thing, and then -1 for hard as nails. 5s will do. And he is hard as nails. No wounds coming through because of the trait. The Whopper untouched still at this point in the game. So we'll swing here with this noble knob that did cause damage last time. And he's got 3 hits with a bonus hit for Goths, 3s to wound, 2 make it through, AP -1. So it's 4+ invulnerable saves required. His damage 2.
-1 did you say?
Yeah.
So 2 to 3.
Yes, 3 ups. Mike's rolled 3 dice, but it was 2. But he's passed all of them, so the result would be the same. That's fine. So passed with those. There's a knob just here. We'll tuck him in. Just regular chopper for him. So 5 attacks. God, he strikes hard. 3 bonus hits coming through. We should give him a big chopper. Strength 4. No, so it's those. That's ridiculous. Dice rolls. 5 at -1. He might be able to bring a Lich Guard down.
Yeah. 3, 4, 5. Right. 3's needed.
3 pluses. He did get one. He got him, and a chance to resurrect. No. Alright, so 1 model slain. Separate reanimation roll, yes. So that 3 can be re-rolled. No, okay. So you can definitely remove that model from play. Mike's clinging on here, trying to keep the unit going. There's 1 of them remains. That's crucial though. 1 remaining. He's going to also pass them out, and he will tie up the Orcs again in this sector. All right. So I think that's combat's resolved across the board. Damage has been done. I mean, tactically speaking, Orcs are in a better position because they hold the central objective. But we'll give you an idea on points scored at this stage. Yes, points picked up. Strong enough on secondaries. 8 points picked up for primaries. And then engaging fronts from the previous term was 2 points. Code of combat picked up 3. That was at 5 power down here when the truck was destroyed. You can do it in close combat or for shooting. And then bring it down has been good. The 5 Deathcopters being destroyed. That's 5 points in total. Another point for the truck that was destroyed across here as well. So 21 points to the Necrons. They've picked up a healthy amount of points at this stage. It's 21 points to 7. But Orcs control 3 primary objectives, for now at least. They are looking a bit thin on the ground, especially over on the left-hand flank. We can give up with that attack across there. Necron's looking particularly strong, but there is some distance to cover. It may well be the point where Mike's going to need to push out aggressively to clear these objectives and grab them whilst there's still time. And then across here, the Orcs have some kind of assault lined up, but it's disjointed at this stage. They need to pull themselves together. Ripper needs to prove a point over on this flank. We'll go on to the second turn of the game. So much has happened already in this game, but we'll go on to turn 2 for the Orcs next. Okay, so we're on turn 2 for the Orcs. 12 points picked up for primaries, control of that central objective, crucially. This home objective here, and then the objective over on that flank as well. So I think we've conceded the fact we're not going to take on this whole Necron army. It's looking particularly tough over on that side, but we're going to try and gang up over on one particular flank, which is across here. So Ripper's chance to get stuck into the Necrons over on that side. So disembarking the boys from here, they moved across, getting ready to charge into the Scarabs. Just a regular move, not advancing here with the weird boy. Gut Ripper's moved around 5 inches with 3 of the knobs in tow as well, his bodyguards moving across in this direction. We have brought Devin the Death Dread in. He's landed just here. So remember, our secondary objective is behind enemy lines, so he's going to help towards that, and intends to plunge into the Necron Warriors. We've then moved the Battle Wagon around with the Death Roller, getting ready to roll over some of the Necron Warriors. Holding with the guns. They may well have to fire across here to try and eradicate these. And remaining in close combat across here, keeping the bikers. Zog is just on guard duty there for the objective, just holding back. And across here, the instinct's to go forwards, but we can't take on all of that, so we've just slunk back, holding the objective. We're just going to sit on it for as long as we can, try and keep those points flowing in. That's movement done for the Orcs. We'll go on to their Psychic phase next. So Psychic phase, we'll do Fists of Gork onto Ripper. This is the idea for the weird boy's done it, leading a 6, we've got a 7. That means we'll get an extra, well, it's extra attacks and extra strength as well. So it's to the end of the next Psychic phase, it's add 2 to strength and attacks for the Ripper. So Psychic phase done. We'll go on to Shooting phase next. So I'm going to fire this battery of guns. I'm going to split their firepower. I'm going to put one gun into here and then one gun into the Scarabs. They are annoying to remove. They're 4 wounds each. There's lots of wounds to try and get through. Those boys will need help. So we'll fire the first gun into here, see what kind of bubble it is. It's a 3. I think that's the good one. The one that's particularly good. Yes, it's the wobbly bubble. So D6 shots. So we'll go Patronic on this one. Tyler Summers. A 6 would be useful. And yeah, we've got it. Thank you, Tyler. So that's going to be 6 shots, needing 4s. 666. We're just checking toughness on these. It's going to be at least 4. We're just checking to see if it's 5. I'll roll my wounds whilst Mike's checking. Yeah. They are toughness 4. I think they're going to go, Mike. Because that's AP minus 3 and 3 damage.
Dead.
Gone. Okay. Beautiful models, very intricate design. They're crazy looking models, but their potential hasn't been seen in this game. They've been shot at by bubbles. We'll fire this gun across into here. So the type of shot, it's a 5. That's going to be the dense bubble, which is the wrong type of shot, but it doesn't matter. We'll try and get our hit, which has missed, and that's that battery finished. I'm going to fire this battery into the Scarabs. So the first gun, a wobbly bubble will be handy. It's a 5. It's a dense bubble again. Looking for a 4, missed. Then the second gun. It's a dense bubble again. They're getting their bubbles mixed up, trying to get our hits. We can't hit with the dense bubbles. Too heavy. Okay, so they've missed. We'll go for boys next with their firepower. So stick bombs first of all. 3 shots. In 5s. Hit comes through. And it's a wound. I think your toughness 3 or strength 3.
Yep.
So just a regular save on them.
Any AP on it?
No minus on any of this, no. And then we're looking for 5s and 6s. Here, this is slugger shots. And 4 more wounds come through. So 5 in total. No AP minus on these. But every Scarab's base that we can remove will be useful enough. 6s to block. Okay, 1 base gone and a wound on another. Reanimation on these. Okay. Yeah, even with the reroll, it's not going to come through. Okay. So next, we'll go Daka from this. 2 big shooters. We'll put it into the Scarabs. Good shooting from the gunners. And 2 wounds come through. No minuses. So 2 saves are 6+. There's block 1, I can see. Okay, so 1 more wound taken. Pistols in close combat. So from the knob. Hits. And does not wound. The knob from the boy squad, missed. And the Grot Gunner, no, it's an assault weapon. It's not a vehicle. Not quite. Okay. Okay, they've got... Yeah, we'll check to see what those knobs have got. They may have stick bombs, maybe. Yeah, stick bombs. I'll throw one in. 2 hits. And the wound comes through. No minus.
Oh, I'm sorry. What?
On the warriors here. It's just a regular 4-up save.
Nope.
We got one. That's my shooting finish, so you can try and resurrect him. No, alright, one slain. Oh, you can reroll? Yeah, go ahead.
Protocol thing. Yeah.
No, he gets back up. Going to fire the Ripper. He's got his custom rocket. We're going to put his shots into... we'll do the shooter as well. We're going to put it all into the scarabs. So D3 shots for the rocket. Just the one shot. Needing a 6. We get it. We get the wound. 3 damage.
3 damage.
It's going to go, yeah. And then we'll do the... It's a custom rocket shooter here, so we get some Daka shots as well. Yeah, 3 shots for Daka. A hit comes through, and a wound comes through. So AP minus nothing. So a normal save, just for 1 damage. Yeah. Which is blocked. Okay. Reanimation? Maybe. No, even with a reroll, no. Okay. Yeah, Stacker across the other side of the bike's too far away. Meganobs are backed off. They're too far away with their custom shooters. That is shooting finished. So we've killed a couple of the Scarab Swarms, but it's going to be tough here for the boys to bring those all down. And we've seen how effective they can be at munching through Orc boys with those auto wounds. But there's charges to come. There's a good few to do. We'll go on to charges for the Orcs next. Okay, charges taking place. Lots of them have taken place here. Orc boys going in. The Weird boys gone in as well. There's no CP here for Mike, so no interrupt. So Orcs trying to take advantage of that as much as possible. We charged in here with the battle wagon, then slamming in from behind using ramming speed. The Death Dread has gone in. That's Devin Matthews in command of him. It caused 2 mortal wounds as well with the ramming speed stratagem. It does cost 2 CPs. It's expensive enough, but the charge went ahead. 13-inch charge taking place there. A 9-inch charge from Gut Rapper who's gone up, and he's gone after the Catacomb command barge. Is he named, your character?
No, I'm looking at it.
There's no name at this stage. Okay. And then it's the regular knobs charging, just 3 of them, but they get a fair few attacks, and they've gone in against the Necron warriors. That's it, and then ongoing combats across here. So the emphasis is over on this flank. Orcs piling in. It looks healthy enough for them. We'll go on to combat resolution now. There's lots of units to choose. We'll work through these combats one at a time on this flank. Okay, so we'll go with the Weird Boy. 3 attack space and +1 on the charge so that the wild continues for the second turn. So looking for 3s, 6s are good. So they've all hit. I think we're on 2s to wound. So we'll roll up here. We'll need to check that. So his base of 5, then +3 strength for his staff. So, and that's AP -1. Scarab's base is 6 up. Alright, so go straight through. It's damage D3. So the first one, 3. That's going to take out a base, and the next one will almost take out another base. So 1 base removed and 3 wounds on another. Yes, and then Mike gets to his reanimation protocols. Let's mark up these wounds. Mike can roll up his 3 pluses, or 5 pluses. No, okay. Right, now regular boys attacking. So it's base of 2, +1 for choppers, and then +1 for the wargs still continuing on. 6s are useful for goths. Hitting on 3s though. Too far away from the war boss. We're taking away all these ones that have missed. There's a few, but they're subsidised a bit by these 6s. Which there's 5, 6, 7. So we'll put 7 back in to the pile. Strength 5, so with 3s to wound. AP -1, so it's going to cut straight through. There could be trouble here for these scarabs. Well, there is going to be trouble for them. It's 3s to wound on all of these. Okay. But is it the wipeout? Is the question. Don't think so. So 1, it's going to take out that base, and then 1 base, 2 base, 3 base, 4 base. That's it. Done it with 3 spare. Scarabs are gone. Yeah, we're talking about the Orcs are deleting options here for the Necrons. It's causing trouble for them from a tactical point of view. So it's another unit that's gone. And it's just clearing this whole zone out here. We've consolidated in this direction with the Orc boys. Mission accomplished from them. Bit of revenge against those scarabs from the other boys' squad that was brought down by them. So moving along, so far so good. We'll go across here next with our assault. Right, next to the battle wagon. 6 attacks base, extra attack for Goths, 2s to hit with the Death Roller. So they've all hit, no 6s being popped, and it's going to be 2s to wound. All of them, 7 saves at -2. Running over Necrons here. The Orc driver happy enough to do that.
Sorry, -2?
Yes, -2, 7 of them. None. Okay, that's the attacks finished. Be 7 reanimation protocols. You can imagine the Orc vehicle just plunging into them, but 3 will get back up here. And roll a 1. Yeah, reroll. Okay, so 4 slain. Next, Death Dread. In he goes. He's caused some trouble with mortal wounds already, and then now he's going to make his attacks. That's 3 base, Orcs on the charge, and then 4 for the Dread Claws. 6s are good. So he's hitting on 3s. There's a 6 in there, so add that one back in. And this will be on 2s, and it's going to go straight through the armour. So 2 have failed, but that's 5 casualties now caused by him as he chops his way through Necron Warriors. It's a bit of a scrapyard here, with the Orcs chopping stuff up. 2 will get back up again though. Orcs not used to this stuff. They chop up, gets back up again. 3 get back up. Okay, so only 2 slain in the end. Good reanimation here, keeping the Necron Warriors in the fight. So regular Nob squad here. It's 3 of them. 9 attacks, then plus an extra attack each on the charge. Hitting on 2s though, with the help of the Ripper, who's nearby, just upstairs. We've missed of them. Goths will put 2 back in though. Wounding on 2s with strength 5, plus 2 for the weapons, plus 1 for the charge for Goths. So 2s to wound. Okay, now there's 8 saves at -1. With them. Okay. No, none. Okay, so 8 reanimation protocols to make. That is almost the... and you can reroll one of them.
I can reroll the ones for warriors.
Of course, yes. And choose to reroll another. Yeah, fine. Doesn't help though. 6 casualties taken. So that's the situation. It's 10 casualties or more there, and the Nobs have rolled around a little bit. Trying to get behind enemy lines is across here. So we've got 1 unit that's made it through, but the others so far have not. So it's the Ripper now. A point to prove. Perhaps a bit jealous with him of the success as of the other war boss, but we'll fight with the Ripper next. Okay, so this is a key moment here, a key fight on top just here for multiple reasons. Obviously, there's assassination. It's worth 4 victory points to me if I can get rid of that Catacomb command barge. The intent is to try and bring him down because Mike can strike back quite effectively. Yeah, no, he's not got a war scythe, has he? He hasn't. Okay, so there's not too much of a danger in close combat. But if he survives, he's got the Relic Resurrection Orb here in prime position to help these Necron Warriors, 17 of them, attempt to come back. So this is big. It's Ripper's on 5 attacks base, plus 1 on the charge for the Warg continuing on, and then 2 attacks thanks to the psychic power from the Weird Boy. So we're going to hit on 2s with him. 6s are useful, which we've got 2. So we'll add those in. So that's the hits. We'll now try and wound on 4s because of quantum shielding. That's ridiculous. Just 2 have made it through. Quantum shielding has stopped all of that. I think it would have been, without that, it would have been 2s to wound, just with all that strength coming through. So those 2 have made it through. So at this point, we'll leave those to the side because of his brutal but cunning warlord trait. We'll ask Mike to make 2 invulnerable saves here of 5+. He's also -1 damage because of enduring will, so it'll be damage 2 coming through. Tom Weeks, neutral.
So I need a 5 up. Come on, Tom.
Aha, you asked nicely, and it's gone through. Well blocked, well done. Samuel Penanuri, yeah.
Let's see if we can rinse him.
No, okay. 2 damage taken, not too scary though. That's okay.
2 damage taken.
Yeah, 2 damage taken. So 1 was failed. I'm going to add that to the pile. And then here we go again with these. The warlord trait, hitting on 2s. Yes, it's additional attacks. I believe the FAQ is that I don't get the Orc bonus from that. So I don't get the extra for 6s coming through. So at this rate, you're probably going to survive quite comfortably here. I'm going to try and wound on 4s. 3 make it through, so I'm not going to kill you. But there's some invuln saves required on 5+. Patron's starting to dwindle here. We've got a few left. Peter Almo.
Yeah.
No. Mike turns to the Thousand Suns for help, or the Tower.
Oh, look at the 1000 Suns.
The artist formerly known as Vij does not help. Now, one more. The Tower blocked last time. Remember a shield roll with them. Right, this is Bruce Zhao, a.k.a. Chassot Marks.
We shield drone hiding somewhere from it. Oh, they don't.
No. 6 damage taken. Is he 9 wounds? I think he's 9 wounds. In which case he'll have 1 wound left.
Is that reducing damage by 1 as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, he would have long since gone if you didn't have that in place. The Warlord trait has kept Catacomb Command Barge alive. Okay, so 1 wound left. There's nothing we can do about it, but Garippa's certainly caused damage. I guess there's fighting back to do here, so there. That's where it's going to happen. Yeah, it's this one first. So 1 remaining Lich Guard. Is it going to be a swinging for pride here to try and put a wound on the War Boss? Could be a last chance to do it in this game. Or the tactical plan, try and take out those softer sergeants.
Oh.
Pride says, mark him.
Yeah, well,
It's going to swing at the Grog here. Hitting on not blessed, so 1.
Oh.
Gets the wound. Even Nada's now doesn't stop that from coming through. So we'll now go to a 4+ invulnerable save. And I'll take the Martin roll. Look, Martin, aka Vagabond, that is that player there. So he can make his own roll to decide if the debut War Boss takes the wound or not. This is a pride at stake roll here. Ah, he takes it. I've got no CP left, so he's going to be marked. He's taken a wound. Yeah, okay. He's got 5 wounds left, but Grog has another scar to add to his collection. Okay, so we'll now strike back across here, yeah. I think it's only polite to swing back with Grog here. So looking for 2s, looking for 3s. Okay, 2 make it through. So 2 invulnerable saves of 4+. There's 2 Patreons left. That'll be them used up.
you know what?
Use both, yeah. There's Marcus Anthony.
Marcus Anthony. 4 up.
Gone. And that's it, damage 2. Yeah, just don't need the other roll. Okay, finally he's gone. Chef Squad. Removed, diced up and destroyed. Martin Vagabond, in command of the War Boss here, has prevailed. Finally, it's taken a good while. Big long slog taking place here in the Orc deployment zone. So he's pushed up 3 inches, may as well move forwards in that direction. Next up, Warriors or the Catacomb Command Barge here.
Do the Warriors.
Yeah, 3 attacks against the Knobs. Yeah, they were blessed. 2s.
Oh, 2s.
Yeah, so 2 make it through. 5s to wind. 2 5s, nice. Try and make saves of 4+. Foul both. They're 3 wounds each, so we'll take 2 wounds on one of those knob models. Like so.
Right,
Yeah, it's got some combat ability. See if...
4 attacks and 2s.
yes. 666. Fighting desperately here. And then toughness 6.
I think it's strength user, so...
Yes. 5s to wound in that case.
Yeah.
See if a scar can be put on the Ripper. 2 make it through. Yeah, so take a 5+ invulnerable save. I'll go Patrionic. We'll go Dylan Moore. 5+. No. And 5+ for the other one. No. What's the damage on that? In combat.
Just the 1.
It's just 1. Okay, so 2 wounds taken on the Ripper. Okay, so yeah, combat's resolved across the board. I was going to say we're going to fight across here, but Lich Guard are gone, so those 2 models, nothing for them to do. And Warriors have done, so yeah, all combat's resolved. Generally speaking, it's gone well for the Orcs here. They've hurt this flank, but the setup for the Resurrection Orb remains. We could see a lot of Necron Warriors return to play. Bit of morale to resolve, calculate points at the end of the turn, but this flank attack, led by the Ripper, has gone well for the Orcs. Yeah, scoreline's tight here, and morale was scary enough. Fouled morale, which we thought would happen. It's lost a model and then rolled a 2 on the one of the 2 dice that remain. So 1 Necron Warrior left, but that means there's going to be 19 dice rolled here to resurrect with the Resurrection Orb. Points picked up for the Orcs. Stomp 'em good, turned out good in the end. So another 4 points picked up for that. We destroyed 2 units in close combat. Mike destroyed 1. It's 4 points picked up for that. Behind enemy lines picked us up 2 for him, so it's a good tactical result with him, and then Assassination hasn't moved. We could have picked up more points, but just by a Kroot's Whisker didn't bring down the Catacomb Command Barge. So 25 points to 21. Scoreline's tight enough. But again, Orcs control 3 primaries quite comfortably at this stage. But there's still turns remaining in the game. We're approaching the halfway stage. Much has happened already. Both sides depleted on resources for sure. But Orcs just have that tactical advantage. They're just one step ahead of the Necrons at this stage. But the battle has raged here for 2 turns. It's been a vicious fight on multiple flanks. But Orcs focusing on this area here at this stage. But Necrons, they have a backup plan in the form of the Resurrection Orb. We're going to turn 3 for the Necrons as they battle on here desperately to try and stem the Orc tide. Okay, so we're on Necrons turn 3. There's some recoveries taking place. There's an excellent move that's taken place. So a number of things going on. So Necron Warriors. The protocol that's used has been the ability to fall back and shoot with -1 to the hit rolls. It's come just at the right point, just in the nick of time here. That one Necron Warrior that survived. Resurrection Protocols, excellent roll was made. Some 1s came through, which were then re-rolled and helped as well. So I think it's 14 Necron Warriors resurrected. So there's now a squad of 15 of them. So the way it's worked out is the model was here, then one model was placed there, and the rest were strung out across the other side of the pipes. They then fell back with a 6-inch move thanks to the Catacomb Command Barge. So they've now repositioned themselves across the other side, but they have kept themselves within range of the objective as objective secured units. They're still, despite the carnage that's taken place, they're still holding on to the home objective. So Mike was able to pick up 8 points for primaries this turn. The Catacomb Command Barge restored a wound with living metal and then jumped back, full move, 12 inches, to the safety of the Necron Warriors. So what could have been a wipeout for the Catacomb Command Barge and the Necron Warriors has instead resulted in the Command Barge surviving and a strong squad of Necron Warriors still anchoring this flank and holding on to the objective. That's trouble for the Orcs. They've charged in as against other factions that would have been horrific damage, but Necrons have bounced back well on that flank to try and contain the Orcs, holding position in the middle of the Necron Warriors and onto the objective, just over there. Scorpec Destroyers made a 9-inch move. Catacomb Command Barge moved back, and then because these are core, they've been granted an extra inch moves, 8 inches shifting across. We reckon they'll need an 8-inch charge to get in against the Meganobs that are just through there. If that charge goes ahead, it could cause horrific damage against the Meganobs, clear us off of the objective, and all of a sudden the central objective will fall for the Orcs. That could swing the game back round in the favour of the Necrons. Across the other side, Cryptek and Necron Warriors with the Reapers have moved across, slowly but surely heading off towards this objective on this flank. Orc resistance not as strong now. There is an element of glass hammer to them. They've taken heavy damage and beginning to run out of options here. Our stuff that dies just dies, but there is that ability to resurrect here for the Necrons, and that's certainly helping out in this situation. We'll go on to shooting phase for them next. Yeah, Mike's going to see if he can snipe the Ripper here.
So
3s because you fell back.
Oh yeah.
Okay, 2.
Strength 6, toughness
6. 4s to wound. It's a big roll. 2 4s. Okay. I'll just take 5+ invulnerable, so whatever the minus is. This is a huge roll here. They block 1.
What's damage is that on?
You're not killing. D3 mortal wounds, got 4 wounds left. Or D3 normal wounds, sorry. 2 more taken. It's got 2 wounds left. Right, yes, it's the same unit. Staff of Light is still yet to shoot.
Assault 3.
Yeah. 3s. 1. Strength. It could be 4s. We're stretching the dice.
Strength 5.
Strength 5. 5s to wound. Nope. Okay, that's that noble primary or secondary. This hasn't quite gone through. Could have done, but not quite enough. The Ripper remains defiant, but he's not out of the woods yet. Necron Warriors could shoot at him. He's the closest target. There is 1 CP here available, so you could go for the mortal wound option with the talent for annihilation. We'll see what Mike decides to do. He's going to try and kill Ripper here. So this squad here, 15 models, which will be 30 shots. Need the 3s. Just need 2 wounds. They can do it, even without the There's one precious command point available, so Mike's just being careful with how to spend it. 3s are hits. With so many dice, it's going to start averaging out, but just take the misses away. So we've got something like that. 5s to wound. It's a slim chance we'll survive, but not much of a chance here. 5s and 6s. Ooh, it's going to be tight enough. 4. It's not ideal, but it should still be enough. Ripper. 1 dice at a time just to drive us both mad. 5+. No, he's going to go. He's gone. He died. It's gone. Okay. We didn't die. He fell off backwards off the balcony. Down he goes. No one's managed to kill him yet, but he's out of action here. The Ripper's gone. And so we don't need to worry about who's in charge now. It will be Grog is officially in command at this stage, but Gut Ripper's been brought down. He's been destroyed here by Necron Warriors, so mission accomplished of them. Okay, rest of the firepower's been resolved. 1 knob brought down here. This was Necron Warriors across here, splitting their firepower up in that direction and across here. 3 Orc boys from this squad brought down as well. And that's it, firepower resolved. We're going to charges next. Maybe capture this one on camera as you attempt the 8-inch charge with the Scorpec Destroyers. Big one, this is huge for the game. 9 will do. In they go, Scorpec Destroyers versus Orc Mega Knobs. Any Phoenix Lords involved? I think it's Phoenix Lord versus Phoenix Lord here, isn't it? It's Chris Comiskey's squad here for the Orcs.
I don't think Wraith's down.
No, yes, no, this is an unsponsored unit to go in.
They may be sponsored after this.
Yeah, God. Scorpec Destroyers. They've been brought out of reserve. They're across here at the back as a reserve unit, but they've been moved up swiftly as a counterpunch unit here, the middle stage of the game. So they've kept themselves out of trouble. Maybe patience with them is good. You know, stick them in the front line, they do get shot at, but to bring them out later on in the game, they pose a real threat for sure. Scorpec Destroyers moving across very, very quickly. They've now claimed that objective at a minimum, but their damage may well prove horrific against these Mega Knobs. Right, so we're going to make it in for consolidation or piling move being made. Disruption fields, that 1 CP that was picked up is going to be used on that just to try and tip the scales of the wound rolls required against the Mega Knobs. So there's the Scorpec Destroyers. 5 Mega Knobs, so good enough size. 5 versus 6. But crucially, Mike strikes first. This is the 4 minor swords. They get an extra attack each.
Yeah.
Disruption fields, they strike at strength 6. They'll wound on 3s. They haven't been blessed, have they? Hope not. Okay. 3s for hits, rerolling 1s for hard, wide hatred.
Too many 2s.
Yes, 2s can be taken away. There's another 1 in there. Yeah. That looks healthy enough. This is good. Yeah, this is really good.
And then 3s.
Yep. 3s to wound. Okay, so those can go.
2, 4, 6, 7.
7.
Minus 3, 2 damage.
2 up. 3 up, 4 up, 5 up. 5 pluses. Okay. It's going to kill 1, 2. 2 Mega Knobs and 2 wounds on another. So far. Yeah, so there's 2 wounds on another squad member already. So 3 have been brought down. Just 2 left. You should do it. Is it the Reap Blades, I think they're called? Or the Freshers? It's one or the other.
Hyperface Reap Blade.
Yeah, Reap Blades.
So 3s. Reroll 1s. And 3s again.
Got them. 5.
Minus 4, 3 damage.
Yeah, minus 4. Need amazing amount of 6s. No, they're gone. See, if I'd have struck you first, you would have seen a similar result, but it's all about who strikes first here, and the charge has been successful, so well done. All of a sudden, bombing through the middle of the board, the Scorpec Destroyers, which Mike says are apparently on their way out of the list, have smashed through the middle of the board and have certainly claimed the centre of the table in absolute defiance here. Orc Mega Knobs melting before them. Excellent result there, and that is swinging the game in the Necrons' favour. Well played.
Never underplacing that.
Yeah, I use them as a backup unit, and they've done exactly that. They've stayed out of trouble. and you start to perhaps feel a bit anxious. They're not really getting involved too much. Then all of a sudden, they've swung around and they have delivered a hammer blow to the Orcs, much to the disgust of the Whopper. End of turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do morale and calculate points.
But what's happened is you've taken away my ability, my fast moving.
Yeah, we were saying that Orcs cut down at the quicker options and the threats to the Orc zone deployment zone. Yes, Necron's bouncing back well, but the bouncing back is taking place here at the edge of their deployment zone. It's restricted them to some degree, and Orcs have sort of had free reign around much of the board. But that could swing around. If the Orcs start dropping more stuff, Necrons will start filtering through, but it's time's the factor again. If the Orcs have done enough to keep the Necrons at bay, that's a worrying situation for them there on that central objective. And the Orcs will need to try and shift the Necrons off of that middle objective to try and keep the number of primary victory points coming in their favour. It's going to have to be the Whopper. You can't send grot guns in. It'll take them 3 or 4 turns to make it around there anyway. We'll see what happens. Both sides' options are running low here, and battle, the game's far from decided. It could go either way. Orcs may just a tiny bit ahead here. They've got a turn in their favour as well, and they're about to pick up some more points also. So they're winning, but it's not by much of a margin. We'll go on to turn 3 for the Orcs next. At this stage, Necrons have more points. It's 29 points to 25 at this stage. That was further points coming in for primaries. 8 points picked up, holding on to those 2 primary objectives. Turn 3 for the Orcs next. Okay, so turn 3 for the Orcs. We can't destroy this Necron army. We're going to try and just play the game through just to keep the points flowing in. So shifted the battle wagon round, the Death Dread's gone round that direction, Knob's closing in, Boys have advanced, and I've got a few models in range of the objective just there. The Weird Boys moved up to here, then Storm Boy Sergeants jumped across, the Whopper, GROGG Da Whoppa's moved across to take on the Scorpack Destroyers, and the Knob next to him as well, the remainder from that squad. Bikers just parked up next to the objective. That's their job, just to hold on. They can't really move back. They just need to sit there and hold that objective for now. Gunners, I've pushed them through in this direction. A few guns, or both these guns, can see through to the Scorpack Destroyers, and one of them can see through at this angle, and the other one just have to fire at something else. That's movement done. We're going to Psychic Phase next. Yeah, Psychic Phase finished, just perilled and took a wound. That's it. We're going to Shooting Phase next. Alright, so Shooting Phase finished. Grot guns. We've used those. 3 of those shot into Scorpack Destroyers. Managed to bring back down 2. So there's 4 of them left over on that objective. Stick bombs thrown at them as well. Stick bombs across here. Some Dakka, a little bit of Dakka taking place. How many Necron Warriors in the end? None. 1. None. Yeah, reanimated any casualties that were taken. So that's firepower resolved, not much. Once again, we're going to rely on close combat here for the Orcs. Right, charges have gone ahead for the Orcs. These 2 vehicles have gone in. These are quite vital. They're getting us behind enemy lines. The enemy line is running across here, so those 2 models count as 4 victory points for us if we can keep them alive. So that is a bit of a bane for the Necrons. They're tough enough, both of those. Knobs have gone in. They don't need to cross the barrier. They'll count as being in close combat. Across it, all the charges have taken place. You had to re-roll the Knob going in, but he made it in with Here We Go. And you can see there he is emerging around the corner, the war boss. The big Whopper Chopper, GROGG, distant cousin of Gut Ripper. So that's it. We'll resolve these combats next. So strike first with this Knob here. Looking for 3s. Looking for 2s actually, thanks to the war boss. And strength 6. Because he's a Knob at strength 5 and then Goff's on the charge. So I've got 3 wounds at -1. Just looking to nip a wound away here just to help the damage 2 from GROGG here. Yeah, 4s. And he's caused 2 wounds. Nice. Good work from that Stormboy Sergeant. It doesn't really matter which model. Yeah, okay. So we'll strike with Da Whoppa. He's had a good innings here. 5 attacks base. This is my turn 3. Yeah, the WAG's finished. Just 5 attacks. 2s. All hit with a bonus 1. Cannot complain about his hit rate. The boss is good. I think I'm winning on 2s. Scorpack Destroyers. I think his base strength of 6, +3 for the big whopper chopper, and then +1 strength for Goths on the charge. 2s. Yeah, all of them except 1. These are AP -3, and there's 5 to make. 5 saves of 6+. Don't worry, you cause 1 wound. Ouch! Oh no! Okay, so that's going to be kill the one that's wounded and bring down 2 more. He's done his job. The war boss. I'm liking the 2 war bosses. Usually for orc battles, Gut Ripper's down and out of a game, and then I've lost the war boss, and that's it. But I've got 2 operating here, and it seems to, where one can't make a difference, the other one can. And so this has helped out very much indeed. Do you know what? I charged. I think I caused mortal wounds as well on 2s. That's all right, I rolled a 1. You're okay. He tripped just as he was going in. All right, so we've got the knob next. His little.
I have my reanimation first.
Oh right, yes. Hold everything where it is. This is a big roll here. This is huge. One's gonna get back up. Oh man. Okay, restore 1 back to play. Crucial to there. God. Right, so it's down to this little knob here. War boss in training. 3 attacks. That's it. 3 attacks. 666 would be incredible. Okay. We've got A6 at least, so add that in. He'll strike at 3 to wound, I believe. His strength 5, +3, +1. Got them. Okay. AP -1 on these ones here. Damage 2 each time. We'll not wipe the squad. We could bring down the one that just got back up, which we don't. Not quite. 2 wounds caused. AP -1 on that one. So those 2 4s will be fine. Yeah. Okay. So 2 wounds taken. Okay. 2 Scorpack Destroyers remain. You've got another vicious combat taking place here. No mercy being shown by either side in this. Brutal stuff. Fighting here with the Battle Wagon. We're hitting on 2s. Throw that one in for Goths. 2s to wound. Yep, 4. 4 at -2.
4, 6 up then?
Yeah. I think we'll struggle for the wipeout here. Before we go, that's that unit finished. So you can now try and resurrect. Oh, 2 6s and a 5. Keeping the Necron Warriors in it and a reroll. No, okay, we managed to run over one of them. We're sort of driving over them and they're resurrecting out the back. Just as we drive past. One's going to go. Okay. We'll fight with the knobs. No, hold. Yeah.
Okay, because 3 died. Yeah.
Yes. So we'll go for, Mike's saying he's resurrecting this direction to make sure he claims that objective, which he should do quite comfortably. We'll go here with the Death Dread. Looking for 3s. There's a 6 in there, so add that in. 2s for kills. 4 dead. So 4 slain. Killing them, but they just keep getting back up. Which 1 will get back up. Okay, 3 slain. Then lastly, I can't move. Mike's kept those models there, so we're stuck at that point. And then we'll go here with the Orc knobs. Looking for 3s now that Gut Ripper's gone. 6 is an extra hit. 2s to wind. All winded. -1. 5 saves at 5+. So we're chopping our way through, but we're not getting the wipeout here. It's done. 5 more slain. But 4 get back up. That unit's been wiped out, I think, 3 times over now. With the help of Resurrection Orbs and Reanimation, they're still there.
Does that keep me more on that objective than you?
Oh, I see what you're trying to do. I think so, yes, because you've got 3 upstairs and 1 downstairs compared to my 2 or 3, so I think you've done it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, good play.
I'm going to have to keep the rest. What would have been?
Fine, okay. Okay, that's it. So that's combat's resolved across there. So end of turn? No, we've got this to do. So Mike can fight here with the 2 remaining Scorpack Destroyers. Yes, we've got a tactical play going on here now. So Mike's going to swing at either of these 2 Orc knobs to get rid of them, to destroy them. Stops me from getting my stomp and good. And also model count for holding on to the objective is quite crucial here. So Stormboy first of all, after him.
Yeah, 3s. Yeah.
He's going to go.
And
4s. He's gone. So that's the end of him. And then it's repeating against the other knob. Uh-oh. 50-50. Oh, you got it. God, that was close. Wipe out there. Okay, finishes off those finishes off those 2 squads. Okay, Scorpic Destroyers have now claimed the central objective. That's worth 4 victory points. That 50-50 roll that we just saw. So that was actually very, very big. There is morale to resolve. There's Necron Warriors to make their attacks as well. Okay, so damage coming through. 2 wounds came through against the knobs, but we passed both of those on their 4-up armor save. Did take a wound, though, on the Death Dread, so it's dropping down to 7. That's from the Necron Warriors. And that's it. We'll resolve morale and calculate points for this turn. Yeah, the Orcs have kept the points coming in, so they've kept themselves ahead. But they're certainly not guaranteed victory here. So 12 points of primaries this turn, and then behind enemy lines. This combo across here has worked out really well for the Orcs. 4 points picked up for that. So that gives us now a total 41 points to the Orcs, 29 to the Necrons. So we've got a couple of turns left. It's vital the Necrons switch things around and start getting more points in the Orcs, and maybe, just maybe, they can pick up enough points. So they've got to break what's left of the Orcs here and then flood onto the objectives for a couple of turns to pick up points. Mike's poised to do well here. Primary held there, and now there. So that means 12 points will come in for the Necrons. Is it enough? We'll have to see. But this battle, usually we know what's going on by turn 3, but it's not. We're going to have to go on to turn 4 here for the Necrons as the battle rages on. Classic fight here taking place. Xenos versus Xenos, 2 very different armies fighting across this new Necmon terrain. It's been eventful in every corner of the table, I think, so far. It's all sorts been going on. Multiple mini-fights taking place. This one, deadly. This one across here, deadly. Deadly fight over here on this flank as well. So we've seen some great encounters taking place, but still the battle rages on, and a victor yet to emerge. Turn 4 for the Necrons coming up next. Alright, so movement for the Necrons here on turn 4. So continue to advance and push forwards in this direction. The advantage of those pushing through into Orc territory is engaging all fronts. So it's a good move, and they can start laying down firepower against the bikers. Across here, Scorpic Destroyers are pulled back. The idea is to gun down Grog here with firepower. With 1 CP now that's been picked up, so Talent for Annihilation is available to try and take on that War Boss. Across here, so you have pulled back from close combat. Yeah, so out of close combat with these, and then Catacomb Command Barge just backing off onto the home objective. Quite straightforward here from the Necrons. A wound restored as well onto one of the Scorpic Destroyers with living metal, and a wound on your Catacomb Command Barge, back up to 3. Yeah. So shooting phase next. Right, shooting phase here. It's been interesting. So it's been resolved off camera. So 1 knob brought down here. This is firepower coming from the Catacomb Command Barge. 2 wounds on the knob. A leader, but he's survived on his own. Around there, we lost a biker. Zig's gone, but Zag and Zog remain. And then across here, yes, he's still alive, and yes, 0 wounds coming through this turn. So still only on 1 infernal wound here with GROGG Da WHOPPA. Talent for Annihilation was played. About 25 to 30 shots coming through, hitting on 2s. Hitting wasn't the problem, but wounding. No 6s rolled at all. There should have been a few, so no mortal wounds and no further saves required either. So the Whopper, the big chopper, is still alive, still defiant, and has the potential to heroically intervene against the Scorpic Destroyers. That is exceptionally significant there in the middle of the board. We thought we'd see the end of that War Boss, but he's making his debut, and he's still sticking around here on turn 4. On his own now, as he fights on single-handedly against the Necrons. We'll go on to combats next, charges to take place. Okay, yeah, we're checking the rules. It says charges to go first. I've heroically intervened, which we don't think doesn't count. So in which case, Grog will fight first. Here's picking a unit. It's Mike's turn, so I get to pick a unit. Obviously, that's the only unit to fight. There's no other charges taking place anywhere else. So, once again, we will ask Grog to fight here with 5 attacks. So we don't get to crush in armor because it's not a charge move, so just go straight into our attacks. Looking for 2s, 6s are good. And there he is. He's gone and done it again. So he's got 4 hits with a bonus 2. We did. Oh man, I just want to know if he gets the extra bit of strength coming through because of Goths here. Makes an attack. The model make a charge move or perform a heroic intervention. Yes, would you believe? He gets the extra Goth's strength, so he is coming through at strength 10, so it will be 2s to wound with him. And there we go, they've all wounded. The amount of chopping this guy's done. So that's 6 saves at -2, so 6 saves of 5+ damage, 2. Yeah, oh, no, gone.
Yeah.
Dead. Not only is he hard as nails, but he chops as well. Okay, and he boasts a grot gunner on top with a big shooter. Oh dear, GROGG DA WHOPPA, living up to his name here, crashing and bashing onto the channel in this debut match for him. And he has single-handedly claimed the central objective for the Orcs. Who's the boss? This is the game. Yeah, this is. We're talking about the game. This action you've seen take place in the middle may well have decided the battle. It's going to bleed points from the Necrons and gain points for the Orcs, who are already ahead. But combats are resolved. So what we'll do is we'll calculate points to see what situation we're in here at the end of turn 4 for the Necrons. Yes, points coming in. So 2 points picked up for engaging on fronts because these Necron warriors holding here just about, and then across there now there's 3 table quarters being occupied, so 2 points picked up for that. 12 points primaries is a total of 43 points to the Necrons at this stage. Having said all of that, 43 points to 41, we reckon the Orcs have it because of the time involved and the points that the Orcs can pick up here. That was the last ditch chance. They're trying to swing the game around. It's been a tight score, but because of that it's going to deny the Necrons a gain for the Orcs. And here these units are not being removed. There's another 4 points available for that secondary to be picked up as well. So I reckon if we do go on to the Orcs turn, they would get 12 points of primaries again for controlling 1, 2, 3 primary objectives. Then we would also go on to amass all of our firepower and close combat and psychic phase, take down these Necron warriors and claim this objective, again starving the Necrons of victory points. That's what the game really has been. It's been tactical play involving the gaining of objective points and also starving the opponent from picking them up as well. But it's been a close enough battle. What we'll do is we'll project the scoreline we reckon it will be through to the end of turn 5, give you a final score. But Orcs, it's been a tussle for sure. It's been a good debut here for Mike on the channel. It's a rough, tough fight for both of these sides, but Orcs have prevailed. But it's been a different war boss that's led them to victory. Yeah, so scoreline here. The score would be close enough still, but I reckon there's nothing the Necrons could do to catch up to get those final points. So I reckon for secondary or for primaries here, both have struggled to set up explosives and so on. It is a tricky one to do. Both armies gearing up for close combat and too much going on these primary objectives. But anyway, 42 points you reckon would come in total for the Necrons, with a further 4 points coming in on turn 5. Occasional fronts would struggle. We reckon the Orcs would take out this target here and that would stop engage from coming in. Code of combat maybe being picked up by the Catacomb Command Barge and then bring it down. It's struggling because these vehicles are tough enough and the guns are a safe distance away. So total for the Necrons, 57 points, which is a noble enough score. They've given a good account of themselves here in this game. For the Orcs, I reckon we'd max out immediately on primaries, 45 points of that straight away. Then behind enemy lines, I reckon these units would just carry on, in which case bring in further points, 14 points in total for that. Assassination, we're going to say the 2 characters are protected enough. The Catacomb Command Barge, which Mike's packed away here, because then the Cryptek across the other side, I reckon, would be safe enough as well. It's just the 3 points. And Stomp 'em Good, I reckon we get it on our turn 4 for sure, as we wiped out the Scorpic Destroyers here, and then the destruction of the Necron Warriors will get us a nice amount of points for that as well. So it's been a good enough secondary for the Orcs. Maybe on turn 5, maybe picking up further points for that. But we'll leave it at that score, which is 69 points. So 69 points to 57. Tight enough here. It's not been a proper stomping here of the Orcs. They have battled it out hard against the Necron. It's been a big, long slog. You can see the game's long enough. Here is a video. It's been backwards and forwards. Both armies have smashed into each other, attacking, counter-attacking, outmanoeuvring taking place, but just about. The Orcs have wrestled themselves a win here against the Necrons. So big thanks to Mike Walker for taking part. Good game, good debut on the channel. We'll talk about the units of the game next. I'll just call out silver level patrons. That's Anonymous, Darren Gardner, Denny Wright, Peter Goodall, William Schwarz and William. Big thanks to them for their support at silver level. If you want to see more battle reports, more content, then join the channel, which you can follow the link in the video description below, or head over to the channel homepage and hit join and support the channel and unlock all the content plus Discord access. And units of the game next. There's multiple options for both armies here. Yeah. Okay. Lots of options, but pretty quick on our choices. It's got to go to GROGG. Just hard as nails, solid as a rock. There he is. He took a wound, he took a scar, but he'll be back, no doubt. And despite all that happened across here in the later turns, it's going to go to the Lich Guard. Their early defiance here, and they certainly held up the Orcs. That's as far as GROGG got. He was poised and hoping to get right the way up the board, but he was held up for multiple turns, plus other Orc units, and it took a lot of resources to dislodge that tough unit from the board. So that's units of the game for both sides. Keep a lookout for more battle reports on the channel. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time.